So Shnerdcast, it's another day without a little Billy goat.
Another no Billy goat.
He's sick again. That's weird. That sucks.
Yeah, no, that's all that. It's all that hospital. I told him stay out of there.
Uh,
It's not good for you. Those doctors only get you sick.
yeah. So he's sick. He has a mono. No, I'm just
I like how casually you went into that. I love it.
uh, but he's been getting sick a lot, like he's had it. But you know, the show must go on. The show must go on. What you been up to, man? I know you've been doing some crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
staying busy. Staying
Yeah.
busy, making music, making more music. Dude, I've been sending out, I realized the other day, just about like it's a tad bit over, like a little bit over, 1,000 emails a week and over 1,000 comments and messages.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
online, dude. Like,
God
I
damn.
went through it the other day and I was like on page like 15 of people promoting, or promoting to like other musicians. And I was like, holy shit. I've been doing this for like 3 days. How many people are there per page?
Yeah.
And it was like 16 to 20. And I was on page 15. I was like, oh my God. Like, what am I didn't
Dude.
realize I've been doing this for that long.
God damn.
But no, it's been cool. New album, Quitter. Got to check that out. It's on Spotify, iTunes. And how
Yeah,
to do.
you gotta send me the link so I can post it down in the
Yeah,
description.
hell yeah.
So
What
in the
about
description, check it out.
what about you, man? What you got going on? I seen you were. I know you're always getting them tacos because I see your Snapchat.
That's
You-
from work though. I get some. The guy comes. A taco guy comes on Saturdays or Sundays.
Seems like it keeps you sane.
Oh yeah, Sundays are the best because I don't eat breakfast and I eat these bomb ass. They're called kavesa meat or like the cow head meat. It's the
Oh,
kavesa.
shit.
So fucking good. I love those.
Oh, man.
I don't know if people you ever had that head meat?
No,
No?
no, I've had cow tongue.
Oh, that's something else I would want to try. Is it?
Cow tongue's good.
Well, the
I
head
had
meat,
tacos, cow tongue.
dude. That's something I would want to try the cow tongue. But the head meat is it's really kind of chewy, like kind of meaty, kind of fatty in a way.
Yeah.
But
It's good, huh?
ooh, it's really good.
Ooh, I'm gonna
And
try it.
they have this. They have these grilled onions and they give you lime, and they have this habanero sauce
Ooh.
and this green sauce that's so fucking good. It's funny. A lot of the people, like not to be mean, but like the white people
Yeah.
at work, they're like, "Oh, I can't handle that." I'm like, "Dude, I used the whole thing, man."
This was in my baba when I was a kid. That's
For
what
real.
you're saying. That's what's up.
But yeah, I actually haven't been doing much the past couple weeks. Just been kicking it, just working, just trying to get those hours in and make money.
Hell yeah.
Just trying to save up, you know.
What'd you think? What'd you think of like after the E3, all the games dropped? Did you think that there was any games that you were gonna jump into right away? That you were like, oh, I'm gonna get that. Like Cyberpunk came out and everybody jumped on it because Keanu Reeves was in that.
Oh yeah.
What did you think of those like announcements?
None of those really. Star Wars, Final Fantasy. What else? The Avengers one, Destroy All Humans.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if there's really one that I would probably invest in, it's kind of a toss up between Final Fantasy and the Star Wars game.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, it's been a while since we've had a good Star Wars game.
True.
It's been
The
a long
last-
time.
Yeah, the last two were Battlefront, right? The Battlefronts.
Yeah, and they were just
Oh,
EA
horrendous.
yeah,
Horrendous.
almost went to jail.
I for sure, without a doubt,
People almost went to jail.
I for sure, without a doubt, pre-ordered those games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pre-ordered one.
I mean, I don't
and-
blame you, dude.
And I got the beta, and it's funny. Just the other day, I wish I would have kept it because I just had deleted it for footage that we had taken,
Yeah.
And it was footage of the beta, a Star Wars one, and I remember playing it and being like, "Holy crap, this game's legit!"
Dude,
and
yeah.
like
I remember playing the first one because
they
I think
flopped.
I'll blurt the name out, but had it.
The Star Wars one.
Yeah,
He
for
might
his
have.
PlayStation 3.
He might have.
And I remember playing it, I'm like, damn, this game's so fucking sick. This is exactly how it was. And then you hear it was Dan, actually. Dan was the one that had it.
Yeah, that was
on his
that sounds
PC.
about right.
And, but once you learned about how it's just so grindy and pretty much pay to win, it's just like, throws all the fun out of it for me.
Yeah, and oh man, I agree. I think that when they make the first person shooter,
Yeah.
they really highlighted that in the beta, and I was
They did. I
nervous.
forgot you could do that. You could go back and forth.
Yeah, and I was real nervous about it, but the first person shooter is what sold me, and then the game came out, and I think I stopped playing within the first week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not fucking playing this shit. I I have bad luck with pre-orders though. I
Yeah.
jumped the gun. I get a pre-order and I'm like, oops.
Yeah, I was honestly looking forward to the second one, but when it came out, I was like the Clone Wars. We finally get like to be because the first one didn't have the Clone Wars and
Mm-mm.
anything like that, and then the new ones were gonna have like the new Star Wars too. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But I was more excited for the Clone Wars and being able to be Darth Maul and stuff. But
Yeah.
once you found, like I said, once I found out it was just heavy grinded
Heavy
out,
grind game.
or you got to
Heavy
pay
grind.
like 20-40 bucks just to like get all the good stuff.
Wasn't worth it no more.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I play a game to earn that stuff, and having to play it, 20
Fuck that.
hours just to get one cool thing when this person just spent 20 bucks.
Yeah, it's not worth it. This is
And it's
that.
probably just uses mom's credit card.
Yeah, like for the 100th time, I'm sure people are like, God damn, I'm so sick of hearing them say this. But this is that cancerous DLC thing we talk
Yeah.
about, where it's like, this is a part of that. If they hadn't done and what's funny is we never really talk about this, but in reality, that DLC shit came from the PC world. We never really talk about that with because that was
Oh yeah,
something
yeah.
long before video like
get, like,
consoles.
Well, consoles did it too, but I remember
They
PCs
did,
had to
but
be
PC
like
was like every game you could get like
it was like the second
extra disc
edition.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
Sims did that.
Sims did it. Oh my god, the worst.
Zoo Tycoon, I remember.
Yeah, you'd have like different animal packs and different housing
I
decorations.
remember I bought that shit too. I bought the fucking Marine World and I bought the fucking what's that called, the Rex,
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
or the dinosaur pack, I should say.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why I couldn't think of the word dinosaur. So.
Yeah. See, Sims was fun back then.
Hell yeah.
Now I tried to play it once the other day. It was available on
Game Pass.
I don't know if it was Game Pass or if it was,
like
an
a free
Xbox free
weekend.
play
Yeah.
weekend. Yeah, I can't remember.
I always miss those and I hate that.
Dude, I hate it because by the time I get it downloaded, I have like a day left to play.
Oh, dude, so not to cut you off, but just real quick, remember how Will was saying that Fallout was free for a week?
Oh yeah.
It took me all week to download it, and literally by the time I finished downloading, it was the week already over. I was so mad, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what happens with me. I think I got lucky with Sims. I think I downloaded it the night it came out for the free play. It was Sims 4, I'm pretty sure. And it was okay, but by I got through, I won't lie, like an hour of gameplay and was like, "Oh, I might play this," but by the end of the hour, I was ready for bed.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I just feel like leaving this alone and waking up and seeing my whole sim world burn down. Like,
Dude, I know every now and then I'll catch my girl playing it. I'll just be laying in the bed and she'll just play it on the PC. Okay, I'll lay down.
Yeah. She plays Sims on the PC.
Yeah.
That's what's up on her laptop.
It's the computer, like desktop.
Oh, desktop.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sims is cool, but it's just not. I don't know. They haven't adapted with the times. It's been the same thing
It's been
forever.
Yeah.
Like if they want to really impress me, they'll combine Sim City, like building the city, with Sim the game, and
Why haven't they done that yet? Dude?
I don't know.
Why don't they hire us? These game companies and movie companies all just need to give us a fucking $1 billion contract and we're fine.
That's all we asked for. It's just $1 damn billion.
I mean, Marvel should have it for sure.
Hey, speaking of endorsements and stuff, okay, so you seen the new Spider-Man spot for when they went to the, did you see the new Spider-Man video? Yeah, the clip when they have the science fair and Peter and Ghost.
Oh, I didn't watch it, but
okay, so what happens
Audi
is
presents. Yeah,
they come to the thing and they have like a little AC motor or a little DC motor, something that they made, right? And they're they have to do a presentation on the thing that they make or that they bring. It's a science fair. All the kids are like making okay stuff, right? And so Peter goes, "Oh, we're not gonna win," and he calls Shield, and he's like, "Shield, I need agent. I need item number 4456." And it's a video. It's like, I don't know if this is gonna be in the movie or not, but then I heard why they did this, and I was like, I didn't know that and never noticed it before. So then Peter Parker flies off of Spider-Man, swings off of Spider-Man, comes back, and he gets a car that has like a fusion engine in it. It's a fucking Audi, right?
Yeah, because it was Audi presents.
Yeah, dude. And so
That's why I didn't watch it, honestly.
Dude, I didn't know this, but Audi pays Marvel like millions of dollars to
so they could use their cars.
So every car in one of these movies, whenever there's a highlight shot that comes up, it's a fucking Audi, dude. I was watching these things on it earlier, and I was like,
damn.
They endorsed them, and then I looked it up, and some kid was talking about it on YouTube or some guy, and I was like, that makes sense. I never knew that.
Damn, that's hilarious.
Horrible, dude. Horrible. Like,
yeah.
But it makes sense. I mean, because if you think about it, oftentimes you'll watch people's podcasts and they do the same thing, and it's good. If we had the chance, we would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Hey, this episode's presented by men going bald at 40, kind of thing. Like, hey, do you have a problem with your hairline? For like a minute or two. Paid endorsement.
Billy Mays here.
Billy Mays here.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Do you accidentally spill beer on your carpet? For every bed in your house.
For every bed in your life.
You need some Miller Be Gone.
Yeah, unfortunately, last night when we were drinking sake, I dropped my fucking sake drinking glass. I was so mad.
Broke?
Yeah, shattered pieces with sake in it. That's even worse.
That's even worse.
I wasn't finished with my sake before.
It was a sign from the sake gods.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to buy a new one. Luckily, it's like one of those gift things, so you could buy it for like $10 on Amazon. Amazon has everything.
Hell yeah, dude. You can buy a little tiny house kit.
Yeah, dude. Probably buy children on there one day.
Oh my god, right? You just order that, and it's funny. You can buy HIV tests, like weird things. You can buy HIV tests. You can buy what was some?
Apparently, you could buy animals too.
Can you?
I think so.
That would make
certain
sense.
Animals.
They'd like send you a hamster.
Poor hamster.
They have less rights.
They probably have somebody go pick it up. They have less rights. They'd probably have somebody pick it up and
like that's like an Uber Eats for pets.
Exactly. Drop it off with a drone.
Yeah, like I need me a new chicken. I need me to and not tell them.
Just drops it.
Oh man, that's funny. Do you think you have any new Game of the Year predictions?
There's a few games coming out that might make it Resident Evil give a run for its money because it's so old now.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I'm thinking Cyberpunk might.
That's what I was thinking. Was Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
That's the exact thing I was thinking.
Maybe I don't know, just because I don't know how the voting works. Like if the fans vote or something. But if it's
if it's the most popular.
If it's a fan vote, I think Avengers will be a close one because there's a lot of kids out there and
they want to be Iron Man.
All these kids are using social media and have all these platforms, like stuff they can do to just be like, vote for Avengers, and people who don't even play, like little kids who are like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like him.
I can't stand how little they've shown about the Avengers game to actually stand behind it yet, to where I'm like, they haven't they've shown so little.
So is it going to come out this year, or is it going to next year?
Let me look real quick. Because that's a good question, real quick.
Yeah, because they did this stuff what you guys were talking about last time, where they just gameplay with cinematic clips.
Yeah.
They'll clip them together, so it looked like they're the gameplays and the scenes and stuff.
Yeah. That's exactly what a lot of it looked like, but there did look like some gameplay. There was some gameplay in there, but it was so next year, May 15th, 2020 is what it says. So if it's that far out, what we've seen may drastically get changed.
Yeah.
This always happens, obviously, in the game world, but we just seen the same thing happen 4 times with the Sonic movie. The new Sonic movie. Have you seen that disaster yet?
Oh, dude. The community went bonkers, dude.
They were like, dude, did you see what he first looked like?
Yeah, they had to switch it.
God,
I saw all the memes, all those crazy fucking...
I want to bring it up.
That weird, child drawn Sonic that people use that. It's like,
dude, I can't.
This looks better.
I just seen what I seen was a picture. It was all 4 of the versions, or the 3 versions they remade, right? And it's fucking ridiculous. The first one was like, okay, what are you guys thinking? You had to have known that looks nut. People are gonna be pissed. And come on, you can nail this. He doesn't have to be fluffy.
Yeah.
This is weird. You're making him fluffy.
I mean, Eggman's going to be played by Jim Carrey, so I don't know what direction they're going to be going with this movie.
I have no idea. I don't think they know yet. I think they filmed most of it and they're making changes.
Did you watch the cartoons, the Sonic cartoons? Mm-hmm. I don't remember any of them.
I love the Sonic ones. They're all over that Tubi channel.
Oh,
Tubi endorsement.
Endorse his new thing, Quitter, his new song, his new CD.
Get my new CD, Quitter.
See, he doesn't quit. Wait, what?
Wait, where is he?
Wait, Quitter, wait.
No, they, I want to see where they go with it. Another thing that is very similar was the New Mutants movie that I showed you guys a while back, the X-Men movie. It got pushed back again. The
Oh,
one about the New Mutants, and it
okay,
was in
yeah,
that insane asylum, and they
yeah,
all
yeah.
like are getting worked on or tested or whatever.
God damn.
Got pushed back again. That's like the
Fuck.
third time. Yeah, that movie's fucking destined to fail. Movies like that, and it's already finished. That's the weird part, or at least I mean, there's enough footage to make a movie.
Yeah.
That's a crazy waste of
They
money,
might be doing
man.
reshoots and going with the new Marvel
I think so.
cinematic
I think so personally.
mashup. Man, yeah, dude, that stuff when it comes to Marvel, it's really hard to go because to like kind of back up what they're doing now because I just feel with Disney and all that influence and dude, Tom Holland's fucking popular right now, bro. He was in a commercial that was like for Madden and he was like hella working out.
Yeah, this deal is really working out for him, and I think he's gonna be the one who will stick with it because
Dude.
he after Robert Downey Jr.'s impression and Chris, what's his name?
Hemsworth.
No, Captain America. What's his name?
Oh, Farley. No, I'm just kidding.
Chris Farley. I can't remember. Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. I
Chris
think,
Evans. They kept their parts. They kept their roles for a while. They always kept their roles. Like Robert Downey Jr. did it. Chris Evans did it. Chris Hemsworth did it, or whatever. They all kept their roles. So Tom Holland comes into it young, in a world that's like they're gonna give me about another $80 million at least, dude. Like
that dude's from Britain, so he's getting blowjobs all over the fucking
all
world.
over the world. Where are we at? Oh man, you're setting bad impressions for the older folk, boys.
Dude, that fool's set for life.
Oh, set for life. He's fucking rolling in it. I watched this new show that it's on the cooking channel. Oh man. That's how you know I smoked weed because I can't remember anybody's name. John Favreau. John Favreau has a new cooking show on Netflix, and so he had the whole.
Oh yeah. I watched a couple of those episodes.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. I recommend it. It's
I didn't watch
show.
all of it, but
yeah, it's good.
Dude, so what have you been watching? I know you've been watching a lot of fucking movies, bro.
It's ridiculous. I even tried to watch Child Play, but I had to turn that shit off real quick.
What happened? I heard it was bad.
Dude, it's because it's all.
Oh no, he didn't. He said it looked bad.
If you watch my reaction video of the trailer, I predict almost exactly what it is, where it's like I thought it was a virus, but I was wrong about that, but right about them taking a modernized version of it where Chucky controls everything in the house. And I stopped watching it because I seen it in the first 5 minutes of the movie. The first 5 minutes is an infomercial for Chucky, the new Chucky.
Yeah. And
now Chucky is plugged into all your so-and-so products. So when you enter the room, Chucky can sense it. And it is explaining the ways that he can take over technology in the house.
Dude, that kind of sounds like
super predictable. I didn't even watch it. I ended up fucking checking somebody else's thing about it, and I was like, I knew it. They modernized it.
Hit the pin on the fucking head. Dude.
Yeah, so basically some dude removes all the safety features off of the Chucky doll, the super smart Chucky doll, and then jumps out a window and kills himself because he gets yelled at by his boss.
Wow.
Yeah, he reacts pretty bad.
Yeah, and people still do that in America. They jump out the window.
It wasn't in America. It was I don't know where the fuck it was. It was some other country that some other guy. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't even think they were. I can't even remember if they were speaking English in that scene. His boss just kind of belittles him and then humiliates him a lot for fucking up. He
couldn't handle it.
Yeah, so he
got cut too hard.
He's like, fuck this guy. I'm gonna create the next Chucky. Safety protocols off.
God damn. It reminds me of this one movie that was on Hulu. It was original called Puka. That was on last Christmas around the time. It's just like a fucking. It's a weird movie. I don't think they have it. You might be able to find it somewhere. Maybe it's still up there. I haven't checked, but it's just like a robot, just like that, and it gets evil, and it's like this self-reflection of this guy, and he pretty much spoilers. He pretty much kills his whole family. So on accident.
I haven't seen it. It's on Hulu, huh? That makes sense. Hulu always has those indie movies that I've noticed that because I get down on the seasonals too. When they come out with seasonal movies, sometimes I'm always like, there's hidden gems.
Sometimes.
I
was jealous though, dude, because you watched Dark Phoenix, you watched John Wick 3, you watched fucking.
Oh man.
All the new, some of the new.
I watched
DC
Aladdin.
Show.
I watched Aladdin. Yeah.
God, see, and then I'm over here fucking. While I'm editing, I'm watching that stupid Adam Sandler movie on Netflix.
I watched that too.
You watched that too?
I watched that too, and it was funny. It was actually funny. There were some funny parts.
I did finish Workaholics.
Did you?
I watched it all again.
How was that? Oh yeah, you got.
I binged it.
Yeah.
It was good.
I binge watched Titans. That one was
Oh, dude. So how was that one? I'm kind of curious.
There's good and bad.
Good and bad.
There's good and bad.
Room for improvement.
What was it?
Room for improvement.
A lot of room for improvement. You get to see, okay. So I'm just gonna spoilers. Like 100% spoilers. If you have not seen all 11 episodes, then I'm about to ruin the whole thing for you. First off, this is more for whoever's listening or for yourself to decide, because I'm not going to make an opinion about if this is for better or worse. The whole thing is about Raven. The whole first season's about Raven. The little girl, with the superpowers. Whole fucking thing. Yeah, like the whole thing. It's all about her.
Raven. Raven's the Starfire's
Yeah, you're thinking of Starfire's the alien. That's another spoiler, by the way. They don't actually give that away until at the end of the season.
If you know Titans or
if you know Titans, you know. Yeah, you should know.
Yeah.
So this is kind of leads me to that segues me into my next topic. I don't feel like this was made for fans who actually knew Titans. I feel, because an example, so Batman is very much a presence. And
so he's there.
He's in 2 episodes in the next season too.
You see his shadows. Is it the new Batman? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's a guy from Game of Thrones. Somebody from Game of Thrones. I don't remember his name. He looks good as Batman, and the guy who plays Dick Grayson, Nightwing, but you don't get to see him for Nightwing probably until the next season. He kind of won me over.
Yeah.
He kind of won me over. There were moments where I was like, no, but then you see him thrash. And he goes fucking beast mode, right?
Dude.
That shit's beast. Like, it reminds me of The Punisher season 1 on Netflix. That's how fucking brutal he gets, dude. Like, he goes out with these pathetic ass superheroes. This is a whack part. They're named Dove and Hawk, and yes, they're both in the comics, but they're way better in the comics. Like,
of course,
this version.
Everything's always better in the comics, people.
But the girlfriend asks Robin, Dick Grayson, for help, and he goes, fuck it, I'll go help. You guys can't do this by yourself. He takes on like 8 dudes. He stabs one dude in the dick with gardening shears.
Ooh.
Dude, he fucking grabs the butt of a gun and like breaks somebody's jaw into the camera.
Like,
dude,
cool
he's fucking brutal. He takes off his Robin symbol as like a battering, and he fucking nails that in people's eyes all season. Like he's fucking brutal, and he like, oh man, he won me over. And then they introduced the second Robin. So there are things like that where it's like improvement, like you said.
A second Robin?
Yeah, because there's 3 of them in actuality. In reality, there's been
like
3. There's
the old one,
Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and then Damian Wayne.
Okay.
Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul's son.
Okay.
And he's the newest Robin, and he's dope too, but he's like a psycho. But no, yeah, so there's room for improvement. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, I will watch the second season because there were things I liked. Yeah. Admittingly, I was just talking shit with you about that about that show. I still think they look ridiculous. The special effects in Titans for Beast Boy.
They need work.
They need work. Good way to put it. Yeah, they need work.
They need more budget. Throw more budget into that.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Have you seen Dark Phoenix yet?
No, I want to see my wife.
My wife. Yeah, dude, that's your future girl.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, she's gonna have to be putting on the back burners for a little bit.
I think she had a baby. Ew. I'm just kidding.
Instant dislikes on this video.
Know, right?
No, they did good. They did good with Phoenix. I won't say any spoilers then for this one since you haven't seen it. It's good. There's a couple, I
pretty much spoiled it for myself. Like I don't remember how, but I just know how pretty much how it ends.
Did you see? Okay, for Avengers Endgame. Like we said, there was an hour of unusable footage that should have been cut. Would have made the movie really good, right? So Dark Phoenix, there's about 20-30 minutes of that same thing where you're like,
okay, I don't need this.
This is fucking annoying. Like, and there's even an action scene that's like that. Unfortunately, where it's a dope action scene, but in reality, if they had just cut it out of the movie completely with the dialogue, it'd have been nice.
So apparently, that end scene with the train. How she uses the train to kill those other, the evil people or whatever. Yeah. I guess they were supposed to do that in space, but Captain Marvel, Miss Captain Social Justice Warrior, beat him to it.
Yeah.
And so they had to do reshoots, and that's...
Yeah, that makes sense. That would have been weird if it was the same thing.
Yeah.
That would have been hella weird. They did okay. Aladdin was kind of whack. Everybody predicted that.
I'm glad my face is on, I was about to say, I wish you could see my face right now, but it's on there.
Yeah, you can see his face. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. What's the next movie you're gonna see and why?
Um,
Like for sure, and don't say something like Cats the musical.
fuck. No, just kidding. I really don't know. The only one I could think of is probably it.
It too. Oh, I forgot about that. I
Yeah,
want to see
I want to see how that turns out. Um, I'm really like wondering how they're gonna make his end form look because I don't
that.
know
Yeah.
if you know how his end form
No, I
looks.
don't know how his inform looks. I don't remember. I seen
So
the
so
first movie, but I
spoilers if
don't
people who've
remember.
never read the book or like never looked into like the backstory of it.
Yeah. I remember he's like a shape
S-
shifting being, and I know
uh,
that much of the
skip
backstory.
forward like 2 minutes or something, but or like 30 seconds. He's pretty much a giant like spider.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah. Apparently Stephen King was doing a lot of cocaine in the 80s,
Yeah,
so he was
right?
going up. He had ups and downs, but it was a good one.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm really kind of curious to see how they're gonna make that.
Oh, yeah, that'll be cool.
Like
I
if they're
forgot
gonna
about
really
that.
make him a spider, or they're gonna kind of go with like some kind of like maybe a crab, like a crustacean type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a little, some more original than a spider.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I want to see what happens then. I forgot about that movie. The one trailer they released was kind of weird, but I can't stop
With
laughing
the
at
old
the.
lady.
No, does it?
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember. I
I
was
can't.
like, don't look at me. It's so like,
Yeah. That's just so true, dude. That trailer was
I'm
so
looking
silly
to
at that
make
point.
it. Like a
Yeah.
perverted old woman just
Hella
trying
old
to
and she's all
fucking.
itching her fucking mites.
It's not herpes, I swear.
It's not. I wash my hands before the
Ew.
tea. I know. She's all in the back. It's just her hand. She's dipping in the water.
Dude.
It's like herpy water tea.
I love that story though, like the whole story with it and everything. 'Cause
Yeah.
I guess in the book, you don't mind if I talk about it?
No, hell no.
So in the book, they. So you remember how they cut their hands and they're like friendship?
Made the pack.
I guess I've never read the book, but like I've like watched so many videos and people explaining things. I've like watched like hour
Yeah.
videos talking about it.
Damn.
No, but I guess the kids have an orgy.
Oh no shit! In the book,
Yeah.
dude. That
Right.
I need to get my fucking beer.
Can you grab me a couple too, please? Smart man. So, anyways, speaking of child orgies, no, just kidding.
Oh,
No,
God.
but they're
Flagged on YouTube already.
right. And apparently they go into detail about it, and I guess the fat kid was like apparently the biggest one. It's weird, dude. It's weird. Definitely, probably not one of Stephen King's best moments.
Yeah, I gotta like maybe watch some YouTube stuff, but I'll be staying away from the actual like book on that.
Yeah. But I guess it was like the late '80s, early '90s, so
Just
people-
a fucking era.
people weren't, I guess, too. That stuff wasn't really happening, or maybe like too open to people, not like how it is now. So
Yeah,
people weren't like,
yeah,
it wasn't too much of a culture shock, I would guess. I guess. But then I guess right after all that stuff happens, they all move away, and like literally right after they get rid of it, they start to forget already. Like they don't even remember what just happened, and that's good because that's the less they forget about him. It's like the better for it so he can recover.
yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, holy
it's a lot. It's a
shit.
lot of stuff, and then they come back and one of them, the guy with I don't remember the guy with the curly hair, the Jewish kid.
Oh yeah, I can't remember his name though.
He finds out about like something happens, and he sees it because he was like the most
shit.
afraid because
Yeah.
he fucking got him with the besides the girl, he got him with the fucking deadlights.
Yeah.
And fucking he sees it, and I guess he remembers everything, and he just fucking kills himself.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what if that happens in the fucking movie?
I think it does because in the miniseries they did that.
Oh, in the straight to TV
Yeah,
one they did
with,
with what's his name?
Tim Curry or Eddie
Tim
Curry?
Curry. Tim Curry. Yeah, fucking legendary monster actor.
Yes, he
Like-
is. Great actor.
Best best actor to play a devil ever. Like that
Yeah.
fucking movie legend was nutty.
Sucks how he has Lou Gehrig's disease.
I know. We won't ever see him. We won't ever see what's his name anymore. Who played the original Joker?
Heath Ledger.
No,
No.
the first one. Jack
Jack
Nicholson.
Nicholson.
We'll never see Jack Nicholson probably on screen again.
Oh no, dude's acting days are over.
Sean Connery. We'll never see Sean Connery again, and he's
No.
still alive.
If you want to see Jack Nicholson, you gotta watch the Laker game. Sometimes he's not even there.
Yeah, I know, dude. And if he is, he's looking like just
Yeah.
a hatted up old man.
He
Not like,
does.
it doesn't even look like him anymore.
You can barely even walk.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking sad, dude. We lost out on some legends.
Yeah.
We lost Will Smith to bad movies. Like
Yeah,
a
that one, that Gemini
consecutively.
movie that's coming out, that one seems a little weird.
Dude, I'm like so uninterested in his movies lately that I'm like, I thought maybe he was onto something with Bright, that Netflix one about the orcs.
They're making another one soon.
I'll watch it.
If it is still going.
And I'll watch it. But, like, dude, the criticism he gets every movie is so bad that, like, eventually I start to see it. And I'm like, oh, no.
Honestly, I feel bad for him.
He just gets the worst criticism,
I guess
man.
it sounds like a... And don't quote me on this, so I shouldn't really just say, but he is. So I'm not too sure, but last time I heard, he, like, messaged... And I don't know if this is true, but he messaged Tyler, the creator.
Oh, they were gay together?
Yeah.
I heard that rumor, yeah.
He's like,
I don't know if
both,
it's
like,
actually true.
suck each other's blood or something like that. Because he's like a vampire now or something like
I
that.
think,
He identifies as a vampire.
Dude, that's true. Dude, that's true. That's the best in the whole world, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to be a vampire, Jaden Smith.
I mean, that's something you see girls doing, or like people doing in like 8th grade.
I know,
like
weird kids back in the day. Now he's bringing it back. He's bringing those trends back. No, I think it's a clout thing.
Well, Hot Topic was back in the day.
Right.
Now it's
South Park
all
style.
like anime and shit. It's weird.
I know, hard music.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Jaden Pinkett's music is I call him Jaden Pinkett.
Pinkett, why?
Because of his mom, Pinkett. Jaden Pinkett Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith.
It's flying out of my head, bro. I'm sorry.
His mom is Jada Pinkett Smith. His name is Jaden
Oh,
Smith. I
okay,
actually
okay.
called him Jaden Pinkett Smith. Accident.
See, I don't even know Will Smith's wife.
Yeah, his wife was best friends with Tupac.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they went to
You know
school
what was
together.
happening there?
Yeah, hell yeah, they were getting down before the Will Smith clown came in.
Like, who did he gave him his name? Tupac.
Shit. Damn, that made everybody think.
He was Tupac's and not fucking.
They called him Tupac Chicken Pock.
Chicken Pock.
No, I'm
He
just
got
fucking
chicken
around.
pox in high school.
No, but yeah, Jaden, his music is pretty good. He freestyles almost everything. Like basically, he just like does 2 bars at a time while he records, and then goes back if he doesn't like a line or a word. It's really creative, I think, way to do it, and a lot of new artists do it. So I think it's kind of cool.
Nice.
But yeah, Will. I'm waiting for him to, because I thought another one that I thought was gonna be a hit was After Earth. I thought for sure that was gonna be a hit.
It's funny because I don't
But
think
it
that one
wasn't.
got really good reception
No, it did
to a lot of
horrible.
people.
It was considered a failure in the box office.
I like that. I honestly liked it. Yeah.
So did I. But
I
when
even rewatched
I
it
like that movie. But
A
when I
couple years
seen
ago, and I was like, I still stand by my opinion.
dude, I showed my brother that movie. We know how he is about
Yeah.
movies and stuff, and he's like, dude, this is dope concept. Like, this is a dope concept. The ghosting thing and shit. Oh man, that's hella dope.
Maybe it was just too soon. It wasn't ready. Like people weren't ready for that.
And it
for,
was
like, him to be that serious of an actor.
And you know, if I'm not mistaken, that's an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
And he has this like he
Hit
may
and
have
miss.
written a great movie, but if he did direct the movie, then that could be why, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
it reminds me of what's that movie with the guy who has a different
Split.
Mm-hmm. Because that movie did great.
Glass, yeah.
And then Glass comes out, and then it's just like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Nobody really.
We all got hyped down.
Yeah.
It's funny. I like how when me and Will and you talked about the movie, he was like, "Dude, that movie has the worst climactic scene at the end when they're fighting in a field." And I was like, "Wait, what is he?" And then I watched the movie and I've seen what scene he's on.
I still haven't seen it, by the way.
It's a fucking parking lot.
They fight a parking
They're
lot?
fighting in the front of a parking lot of a hospital or a police station or something like
Bruce
that.
Willis and
Bruce Willis, Glass, and James McAvoy.
the monster or whatever.
Yeah, the horde, the attendant or what's his stupid name? I don't remember what they nicknamed him. Bruce Willis's character, then Glass, Mr. Glass. And they're all fighting. That movie was dope up until like certain parts, but it was good. I can only
imagine old ass Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson trying to fight young James McAvoy.
Well, no, dude, Sam Jackson doesn't fight. He gets fucked up. Even if anybody flicks him, like he gets fucked up. But there are scenes that are dope. Like James McAvoy comes running at him like a cat and tackles him into a truck, and it almost tips over, and there's this huge dent in it, and you realize, oh shit, these guys are going ham on each other. And then there's scenes when, like, I hate when people are shown underwater hitting something In every movie, it looks bad. There's a scene in that movie. Yeah, they're underwater. He's punching a wall, but it's like you hear boom, like he's hitting it hard, but he's not. It's like you ever throw a punch underwater? I don't care who you are. You're throwing like a weak ass punch underwater, dude.
Might as well just be like,
yeah, like you can stab a shark pretty fast, or you could like stab. Yes, but I'm saying throwing a really effective punch.
Yeah, really.
Come on. You're not gonna throw an uppercut and somebody's gonna be like fucking Hadouken. Shit. You know, I was like, so what's up with this podcast, guys? I have topics I want to talk about.
He's like, I got this bone.
Got this bone, dude. I lived a life. I was rolling around in the mud earlier. I'm a dirty pup.
It's funny. I miss my uncle's dogs.
Yeah.
They just got took him home the other day. Because he went to Italy, him and my cousin, and that's why I was with my cousin all weekend, or most of the weekend. And when I woke up the next day for like when they were gone, because I would wake up, go to let them go outside to go to the bathroom, and then go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I went to the bathroom, and then I walked up to the backyard, and I was like, what am I doing? I don't have the dogs ananymore. And I was like, it kind of made me sad.
Yeah.
A little sad. Nah, but I hella did miss him. It just sucks because I should say the smaller one has like rotten teeth.
Oh yeah, that happens in the older dogs. Yeah, when they don't get the dental, but dental's expensive.
Don't they have those little bars you can buy them? And
does
that even work?
They do for cleaning.
Yeah.
But if a dog has a cavity, it absolutely has to get like that's like, dude, it has to. It's not like a human where we can go like me
see,
with
that
years.
Shit's expensive. I can understand not being able to
Oh,
do
it's
that.
so expensive. I understand it completely. It's so expensive.
There should be any free Medicare.
I think
there should be free animal care. You know
I think that dogs' teeth care costs more than ours, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, because the reason that it's so big, one way that it was explained to me was when we have a toothache, a cavity, when it's in pain and it hurts and it fucks with us because it's so close to our brain. It's a pain that's so close to our head. It's right here. Yeah, it's right here, and it goes up further. So that the way it was explained to me is like when it's really fucking with you, you gotta remember that pain is like right next to your brain. Like that's like an instant transmission to your pain receptors. You know. So for a dog, their mouth has different feelings. Like, you know how sensitive their nose are and their ears are, but they don't have good eyes? Well, they have good taste buds still, and they have great teeth. We cannot chew a hole in the fucking wood leg. But they can, right? They can. And
break bones and shit.
So can you imagine
maybe when we were younger.
Maybe. No, yeah, I don't.
I'm not trying to do that. I got fucked up teeth.
No, like nobody can. It's just not. Humans don't use their teeth or their fingernails like animals do. You know what I mean? It's not the same. So for a dog,
don't have to like pick at anything anymore.
Yeah. So for dogs, it's that they use their teeth for everything. So something that powerful being all of a sudden inflamed and hurting all the time or rotten. Can you imagine how much they use those and for those to be hurting? Because that's like their primary source of play.
Because I told them. I was like, you should start buying her wet food. You know what I mean? So she.
Sorry, we talked about that last time. Yeah, definitely buy her wet food.
Because I try to do what you do, and I try to
like make them wait.
Not wait. With the
water. And
the water,
yeah,
so it's not so hard.
Yeah, it helps.
She didn't even look at that.
Yeah.
She was like, fuck that.
You can try chicken broth instead. That's the other thing you could do.
Yeah, I should have tried that. What I did was I went to the little Petco next to my house, and then I bought just like a bunch of canned dog food.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how healthy it was. Honestly, I didn't check, but it was like $3 a can. So.
But she won't eat it for teeth hurt.
Well,
at least if that soft food, she can tolerate it.
The first time I bought her a bitch, because she's a little chihuahua and she's like 2 pounds overweight and she's old, so I want to try to make her at least be a little healthy before she croaks. I don't want, I'm a little cutie.
A little cutie pie. She's a little cute thing.
Yeah, but her name's Cutie.
QT?
Yeah.
Yes, I only caught on to that because of your Instagram. I was like, oh, it's QT, not cutie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking forgot about that. That's funny.
The vegetarian one she ate, and she destroyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gave her some the next day, and she was like, nope.
Yeah. She's
like... I opened up the one that had chicken in it, and she fucking tore it up.
Yep.
And I tried to give her the vegetarian one again, and she was like, nope.
No, I know there's something better now.
Yeah. Literally wouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
I was like, you're hilarious.
Yeah, that's those teeth things. I had a poodle, Sadie. Remember Sadie the poodle? Well, she wasn't a poodle. She was a Bichon Frise, but basically the same thing. But she ended up, as she got older, she ended up having like green teeth and stuff when she was really, really old, and it was, oh, I can't imagine. Like, that must have bugged her so much. Like, because I mean, I have 2 bad teeth, and I'm always like, oh man, this is gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows? I don't know. Dogs are a whole other species, man. And a whole other fucking like an amazing thing to have by our side. It's not like I like cats too, because your girlfriend's a big cat lover. I like cats too, but I'm picky. Yeah. Like I would want like one of those bald cats, or
it's fun to just like grab your dog and be like, just play with them.
Yeah.
You do that with your cat, and it's like either just won't do anything or scratch you.
Yeah, it's like borderline abuse, or you're risking your arms being cut out. That's fucking funny. The mama cat out here just had kittens too. Coincidentally, right around the time as the chickens. Yeah, there's those 3 kittens running around. Did you see them or?
Nah.
Oh, you know, I'll have to show you a video.
I see one of them taking it.
You can if you want. You can if you want. I don't care.
Trunk.
They would probably survive better with somebody than here. They need to get their shots. Like, I don't think any of those fucking creatures, because they're feral. Like, those are,
of course.
Nobody like. And nobody
takes care of them. Have something.
Oh no, they steal food from the dogs, the neighbors' dogs. Yeah. Occasionally, I'll feed them. Occasionally, like, just because I'm afraid of them getting sick. I'd rather them be healthy.
They like hang around.
Well, when you feed them too much, that's what they do. They start hanging around, and it's like, ugh. And we just
leaving you dead animals in there.
Yeah, and we have those baby chickens back there now, and I'd rather have those for eggs and chickens than fucking kittens. Oh, you know what I mean? Like,
I would love that. I
want to do it so bad.
Somebody used to have a rooster next to my house, but that got shut down real quick.
Hell yeah, dude! I know for sure that I'm hoping to keep those chickens or give them to my neighbor. I want to give them to my neighbor more because I don't really want to take care of a chicken coop. But she made where my storage unit is, the little back where my bikes are. She's way in the back corner, so all I'd have to do is put a gate up and remove my bikes, and boom, a chicken coop. You know what I mean? Dude. But yeah, crazy fucking baby chickens, dude.
Dude, you're a daddy to all, bro.
I'm a daddy to all, dude.
Chicken,
I'm a daddy to the dogs, Ben. Will, dude. We're jumping multi-generations here, guys. Nah, fucking A, man.
I didn't know you could produce sperm in your dad's ball sack.
Yeah, dude, I was sitting there jerking off. I was like, this one will go to this year. This one will go to this month.
This month. Not this year, this month.
This month. It's funny, I was distributing it at the age of 0.
So,
character to carry on a whole bunch of shit. And another thing is that characters can come back from the grave in Marvel Universe. Like, it's called the Peter Tingle. She goes...
I think I remember that, actually.
Yeah, there was at Marissa Tomei in the movie, like, something happens, and she goes, I thought your Peter tingled when you got Peter tingles or whatever. I was like, I seen the article, and I read it, and then I guess it was in the trailer, and I just was dying.
And he's thinking about his fucking tingle.
His little Peter tingling. She's like, Tony Stark ain't around anymore, Peter. Someone's got to dick me down. You go and get you one of those suits, but with a big old...
Peter Tingler.
A big Peter Tingler.
The tingle, the Peter.
It's just a joke. It's for sure Marvel poking their fun at the PG-13 barrier. Yeah. Like, every kid nowadays knows what a Peter Tingle is.
They have fucking the whole internet access to their hands.
They do, man.
I mean, even if they have...
that and Chucky, the Chucky movie, the kid, whatever, Andy, he's like, oh... Mom, I need the new phone. You need to give me that new phone. This whole thing is my education. And she grabs it. She's like, let me see what's your education. That's right when I stopped the movie because all I could imagine were all the dad and mom parent jokes. You know?
My God.
Like, who's Leah? Oh my God, she's showing you her belly button? Like,
her belly button.
I had to stop. It
just got too much.
It got too much for just a second because the first 5 minutes was an infomercial for the new Chucky doll. Like, it was on their TV, like it was on TV.
God damn.
I don't know, man. Avengers is a sticky game, and I'm curious what with Spider-Man, how they're going to do it, because Sony owns both Spider-Man and Venom. So why the 2 characters will never intersect in the next movie or 2 is like fucking...
Big tease.
Yeah, it's like you own both characters. You can do it.
Yeah.
Like, you have the rights to both characters. Like, there is no excuse...
Maybe Disney is like, oh, if you do something with Spider-Man...
No, dude, this is their last contract for the movie, Far From Home.
Oh, is it?
It's the last movie that Sony and Marvel and Disney made the agreement on, was Far From Home. That was the last one. So after this movie comes out, they could technically do it. They won't, because Venom 2 is still coming out. And then after Venom
Yeah,
2,
that
you
is
think
pretty
they're
fucking.
really...
Like, how are you gonna have Venom and Spider-Man not in the same universe?
Yeah, so like we won't
maybe
see
they're
anything
maybe
for
they'll
a
do something
while.
with this. Like maybe Mysterio is a good guy, but then we get Venom and Carnage.
Somebody on
into the
YouTube
MCU.
somebody on YouTube said that they were like, the best way for Sony to go about it is for them to keep the deal with Disney and then have with the new Far From Home, bringing Mysterio from another dimension. Spider-Man then has to go into said new dimension or a new dimension, and he runs into Eddie Brock, Tom Hardy's Venom. And then this YouTube guy, he predicted that, he influences Venom to be a good guy, and so he gets the spider symbol on his chest. And then another guy said something similar, and I kind of was like, I hope not. I hope he gets that fucking spider symbol on his chest because he hates him.
Well, by the way, MCU, not Sony, the Marvel Universe, but the MCU universe.
Yeah.
There's no Infinity Stones in the main timeline because
not anymore. Yeah, they're all gone now.
So what the fuck are they gonna do?
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know, but we still haven't seen Galactus. Or fucking, we haven't seen Galactus. We haven't seen.
I'd like for Dormammu to come back and have the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom.
I'd like to see Spider-Man and like Doctor Strange team up, because Doctor Strange was a good movie.
That would be sick.
Man, there's so much they could do that they have. Secret Wars they haven't done yet for Spider-Man, where he goes into the other dimension. X-Men, Fantastic Four.
Because who's left? There's Black Panther. There's Spider-Man, which probably might. Ant-Man, yeah.
Hulk.
And then you said
Thor.
Well, Thor's with Guardians.
Technically, yeah, and like, so you mean on Earth? Like, which heroes?
You know what sucks is with Thor, the person who's directing the next Guardians, he has a choice to write him in or not. So he
may write him out.
He may write him out. He might be written in, but
with that stupid fat belly, it's kind of like they won't miss him. Like I don't know what they thought.
If they keep him, it's just going to be a stupid pissing contest between him and Chris.
I know, the whole movie.
Which people loved in Infinity War, and then at the end of Endgame, which was funny, but like I don't know if I want a whole movie of them being like puffing up chest and
then buddying up. Yeah. At the end, like, you're an okay guy. Yeah. Oh my god.
Maybe you could be a god or something.
Yeah, and they like it's like that scene from the first Avengers.
He's like, maybe you could be a guardian or something.
It's like that scene from the first Avengers. Fucking Thor and Hulk are sitting at the end of the battle next to each other, and Hulk punches Thor through the wall. Except this time it's like it's fucking Thor and Chris Pratt like attaches a jet to him. Like just cause 4.
Yeah. I'm surprised I took him with that big old belly.
Yeah. No shit. It will be something corny. I don't know. I'm not excited about the new Guardians. They really fucking dropped the ball with the Ego movie. The movie about Ego. His dad, the last one. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Yeah, that shit was...
Are you sure? Because,
I didn't
still got to introduce Adam and everything, too.
Adam Warlock.
It's so weird. I guess there's still a lot for them to do. But at this point, like, I guess maybe I'm thinking we're at the halfway point in the whole thing. Maybe we're even closer to the end. Because I don't know if they're going to do a Phase 5 or Phase 6.
I bet they do a Phase 5 and 6 because they're on 4.
Yeah.
So I bet it's gonna be a trilogy of phases where they're like their trilogy is 6 times or 10 times longer than any other trilogy because in reality it's like 10 movies
I mean, they got to keep it going. They have to. Same with Star Wars. They got to keep because Disneyland.
They'll stop. They'll stop with what you just said. They'll stop. They'll make a point to eventually be like, we'll come back to this way later down the line.
True.
And we'll leave it alone for a while.
Bring back the actors when they're all old.
Yeah, leave it off.
Introduce the new generation.
Yeah. And now we present Tony Stark's daughter, Morgan Stark, in her Iron Man suit. She's a genius too. It's the same movie you just watched, but with the little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Iron Maiden.
No. I was like, did you say that? That's why I had to stop. I was like, did he say that? That's hilarious.
So we can stop here. Just take a break. But why I wanted to record this since this is the last blunt pretty much we rolled. Let's talk about some of our weed stories.
Okay.
And do you have anyone there?
Do you have something you can start with? Like an idea? I'm all ears if you do.
So, mind you, this is started smoking weed when I was about 15, but I didn't start regular smoking weed till I was about 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
and this is when all of us lived like right next to each other.
Skating distance is what we used to refer to that as.
Yeah, and Dan and Will like were like right next to me. You know what I mean? Like within less than 5 minutes. So we met up at Will's house and we went to go smoke a blunt. And I wish Will was here because he would remember this. We went to go smoke a blunt, but this is when we were trying to hide it from our parents.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to get caught smoking weed, which I'm
This
sorry
is Will's,
for.
right?
Huh?
Will's, right?
Yeah, we're at Will's house. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Sorry, I feel like I have like a fucking thing stuck in my throat.
It's because of this. We're smoking hella tobacco.
Yeah.
It really is. We should start smoking out of the bong.
The bong, I'm down with that.
Speaking of smoking stories.
Smoking.
Less tobacco in your life, everybody.
Yeah.
Bongs are the way to go.
Bongs.
You want to get real high.
But, so, we went to we rolled to Walnutwood. You remember that place?
Mm-hmm. Back when the trail was still there and the alley wasn't destroyed.
We smoked at that school, and when we're leaving, this is when we're still pretty new at smoking weed, and we're walking away. Some person was walking pretty close behind us because imagine.
Wait, was I there for this?
No, you weren't. It was
okay,
me.
I
It was
was
just
like,
me,
I don't
Will.
remember any of this.
Dan. So just think of it of a big rectangle, and that's the school, and in front of the rectangle, there's the streets to the parking lot and the streets to go
Back housing ways.
Yeah, like where the
shortcuts
house,
to other schools.
and then in the back of the school, the rectangle was a trail that led pretty much between houses and between a few streets. So we were walking, and me and Will lived on the opposite side of those trails, and we were going to Will's house, and we were walking out there. Some guy was walking behind us, and when he was walking behind us, I swear to God, when I was really high, but at that point, I thought I saw something shiny in his hand, and I turned to Will and Dan, and I was like, I think he has a knife. And Dan literally was like, what? And like Helen was like, he has a knife? And then Will turned around, and that made me turn around. And then we all looked at him, and then we just fucking booked it. And we ran so far, like all the way to fucking.
Got hell scared.
Yeah, ran all the way to Will's house. Fucking.
Dude.
The cow's gonna kill us.
Dude,
Paranoia.
I remember, man, I have so many weed stories. In Denver one time, we were at the park and we smoked with some like undercover cops. But they were undercover for weed things. They were at the park during 420. They were undercover for people trying to hustle other things at the park during this time when it was like cops really didn't fuck with the stoners on this day kind of thing. I don't know why. I didn't believe it. I know how weird that sounds, but I swear to God, I'll never forget that. We went to when I lived in Colorado, we went to this park. Or maybe I didn't live there. This was when I was probably 15, actually. So we went to the park. I just went up there on Greyhound to make an album. Like, that was when I went up there to make an album with, and do some shows and shit that I had to set up. So we went to this park where everybody would just smoke on 420, and they'd be setting up booths and shit. I don't know what the story was. If maybe somebody like got a permit or something. I don't know. I have no idea. And we went out there and we ended up smoking with we would smoke with cops. We'd smoke with random little gangsters that were out there. I didn't know. I remember telling Crow, bullshit. We're going to go out there and nobody's going to be there. And if there are people there, nobody's going to smoke with us. Sure as shit, we get there and the first thing somebody does is hand us a bong. And then I was like, okay. Oh. And then we're sitting there smoking hash and we're smoking blah, 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 blah. But that wasn't what I was going to say was, so this one time, me and this dude I used to make music with, we got edibles in the apartments when I lived in those apartments. Right?
Yeah.
So I lived in these apartments in Rancho Cordova.
Oh,
dude, I know so many people who lived in there. Horrible fucking apartments. But my other story was, so one time we got ganja treats, and they were this is around the time before weed was legal. Keep in mind.
Yeah.
And
which was not that long ago in California.
Not that long ago. Quality bud just started to become a common thing amongst these clubs.
Yeah.
These good ass strains of bud, and people who knew what they were doing just started to become in contact with all these clubs that were starting to sprout up and about to get shut down by all these fucking by all these bullshit whatevers
laws. And
like all these bullshit laws. Yeah. So
I totally remember that.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah.
So you used to get this dank ass bud when it was like, what in the fuck was this? And this is when everybody's pretending they knew what they were talking about. Like everybody wanted to be about that good shit when in reality they were just smoking that brown bud yesterday, kind of thing. Like crazy. It really
Everybody's
was.
just called fire.
Yeah, they'd be like, it's fire, it's train wreck.
Yeah, I don't know how it was, but when we were growing up, definitely I remember people would be like, "Oh, I got this bud right here. It's fire, bro.
Fire,
this
bro.
is some fire."
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. It's fire, bro.
That's all. That's what all bud was back then. It's some fire,
I
bro.
heard some artists say this online. It's fire. So we get these ganja treats from this club, and they're really good ones. This is just around the time when ganja treats probably became more like a narcotic. Like, on some real shit. Like, they became some real grown-up drugs. Like, anybody who's never done ganja treats and may happen to be listening to this, take a quarter.
Ooh.
And wait an hour and a half.
My God.
And
You
then,
took a lot then.
and dude, I mean, like, if the bar...
Oh, a quarter.
is,
Okay.
Yeah, like a square.
Yeah, not
take
the whole
a
thing.
square. Take a quarter of the... Take a quarter of the brown... Oh, my God. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Don't take a quarter ounce of ganja.
Yes, please.
I meant that if you're going to get a brownie, if it's a square, take a quarter of the square and wait 2 hours. Like, for real.
Yeah.
So anyways, my friend, he was from Colorado, and Colorado's always been known for just like good like buds or drugs or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All throughout the time, and including during this time. That was the shit. Was Colorado had some good bud. Same with San Francisco. That's where you got good bud. If anybody that could afford to grow in those areas,
still has some great bud, dude.
Oh, still amazing, incredible areas. Like Bay Area for the win, for damn sure. Like with some amazing buds. Colorado too. So we're just now tasting what it means that weed is not just a hippie saying it's medicinal. It's actually a medical thing. That's how good it's getting at this point. So me and this dude, we get some ganja treats. And you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about him, and this is when me and him lived at that apartment. And we get these brownies, a variation of a brownie, right? Yeah. They came in these little, like, hotel mint, like, oversized hotel mint packets. Like a little square that you
like
had
a
like...
York bar or something?
Yeah, like you'd rip it open it. Like, it wasn't, like, brownies at the time. Yeah. They were, like, little square treats.
I know exactly what you mean, man.
And I'll never forget this, because I took one, and he took one. I ended up dipping to go kick it with Mike over at their house and watch movies and stuff. I had taken a whole one and I came back and I was like kind of high.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, like I'm kind of high. Like I'm fucked. I'm like I'm high, but I also just smoked a blunt with.
Yeah.
So I'm good. Like, but I'm lucky good, meaning like I lucked out. Like
it was like the miss.
Either it was a miss or maybe I was in the exact frame of mind to handle that big dose because it was a huge dose, or maybe there were different increments in each little square. Who knows? Maybe it isn't a precise measurement when they cut them up into squares. Maybe there's more in little pieces than others.
That would be so fucked up.
Who knows? So again, this was not it. This was just at the time it became an exact thing. Yeah. Like it wasn't like Walter White Breaking Bad science. Not yet. Not quite there yet. But it was good. Yeah. It was like 90% Jesse Pinkman.
No.
It was like, sorry to give you that.
Fucking Pinkman.
So anyways, Crow, I come home. Crow is on the ground in front of the air conditioning with the square fan. Not too much different than that one there. Yeah. And he has it on. He's literally laying on the ground with the fan above.
Fucking tripping out.
Tripping balls. He is fucking wigging out. The best part, he has work in 45 minutes.
No.
Yeah, and he's the like his that check there that he was getting from that job was a big part of paying that rent bill. Dude. So it was kind of like you missing out on a night back then because you work nights like I did when I worked Shell.
Gotcha. Yeah, missing out on like like
$100. It was like $120 on two dudes, two grown men, or one 18-year-old and one grown, like officially grown man, being on their own, eating very little, and like, dude, he was tripping balls. He tells me that on his way home, he's riding his bike, and it's like he was teleporting. He was like, yeah, he was like, dude, I was skipping, bro. Like, and it's because he kept dozing off. Like, he kept being like, and just going. And then he was telling me that at work, it just felt like the shift took for fucking ever.
Oh,
And I was like, oh man, I know how that is. Like
I hate that.
when me and you smoked that blunt, and I was a debt collector.
Oh.
And I was sitting on the toilet, but not with my pants down. I was just sitting there because like I was making calls, and I realized I'm about to freak out, and I had to go sit on the toilet and be like, "You just gotta kill this. You just gotta ride this out."
Oh
and
my
they're paying me to freak out right now.
Yeah.
Like I fucked up. Like I smoked a whole bleezy.
Damn, dude.
Weed is a funny thing, dude.
It is.
It is.
Dude.
It's so misjudged. I feel better smoking back to back now, than back then. When we were kids, I used to, and you remember, I used to just go to bed. Like after I'd get too high, I'd just be like, I'm going to bed. Like
I would play games for like a couple hours and pass out. I remember one time, first time I ever took a real edible.
I'm good after you're done with that, by the way.
I'll put it out. One time I took a real edible. I was still pretty young. I was like 17, 18. I guess the person who made this would make it for children who were cancer patients.
Oh,
so I took one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I took one.
Shit. I remember medicinal. It was medicinal.
I'll cut one of their names out, but it was me, Will, and and it hit K pretty bad.
Yeah.
But Will, apparently, it was a miss for him. He's like, I feel fine.
I heard this from Will once, the miss story about him, but only because of him talking about misses. That was it.
I'll never forget though. That was like the second or third time in my life where I got more than 12 hours of sleep because it was somebody's birthday that day and we had to go out to eat. And when we went out, we had this, it was in Folsom. It was this delicious seafood place. I think they moved it. Oh, it was so good. And I remember coming home and I fell asleep at 9 o'clock, and I woke up at like 12 o'clock the next day or some shit. Yeah, I slept for so fucking long.
You were fucking out for the count, dude. When you smoke, do you find yourself getting tired midday if you oversmoke, or do you microdose? Like, do you smoke all throughout the day, and if so, do you find yourself getting like loss of energy throughout the day? Because some people will smoke throughout the day because it's necessary. Like it keeps their spirits up, it keeps them up, and I totally know how that is.
Depends on what you smoke, though, because I do smoke a lot of indica. But also, where I work, I smoke indica to just be able to just chill. Because I think if I smoke sativa at my job,
you're mind fucked.
Yeah, just
I think that's where I made my mistakes. That's where I made my mistake.
And doing all this crazy stuff. I would just be like, like when I smoke indica, I'm just like, I'm just in my mind, and I'm just like.
And I need everything to be super simple.
Yeah.
With sativa, I need everything to be super simple. When I'm like, if like I'm at home, or I'm like, oh, I could smoke and just write a song because it's so like cerebral, you know. Indica, you're right. It's more chill. Yeah. It's a more chill thing. I've made that mistake. I've made that mistake a couple times.
Yeah. The only one thing I would say is when I come back from my lunch, and that's probably just me being tired. But when I come back from my lunch, I'm always like lethargic. So I'm tired.
Do you smoke on your lunch? Yeah. Oh, dude, fucking.
But I also sometimes smoke on the way to work.
So when I was working at the debt collecting thing, I would work at 8 a.m. and I realized that I could not smoke right when I woke up at 8, or else the day would never go. I realized that if I smoked before work, it sucked. Like keep in mind I was waking up at like 4 or 5 to wake up my ex for a baking job, which sucked for her, and then it really did, and then it really sucked. Then having to go to work at 8 a.m. You know what I mean? But I had to leave. I had to leave Southsack at 6 to get to Rancho because the traffic on 99 and 50.
Yeah.
Or is it 80? It's 50, huh?
50.
You take 90. You take 50 to 99. Okay, yeah. So 50, but yeah, I learned that lesson real quick because I would smoke a bowl, and it was at that time I was smoking Good Bud because I could afford it.
Yeah.
And I would smoke a bowl, and I just would get to work, and by like 12 I was done, and I had 5 hours to go, and it was like, fuck. So I know what you mean. Like, I on those lunch breaks, like when I would work at Walmart, I learned to not smoke when I came home anymore because I would come home and I would eat, and I would literally, instead of smoking, I would hashtag I might get in trouble for this. I would either have a couple sips of some beer, because it was like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, and I had to be to bed at 6 if I wanted to be at, you know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
I knew people who did that, who worked that.
mm,
But you know what I mean? They worked at
Just kidding.
they worked at Target, and they literally worked like you did the night shift, like
Yeah. It's the worst.
like 4 to like 12, and
Yeah.
like 4 a.m. to like 12 p.m. or some
Yeah.
shit like that, and fucking they'd come home and just drink beer, and they'd be like, and they would hit me up and be like, oh. It's like 2 o'clock, and they're like, "Oh, I'm drinking right now. You want to come over?" I'm like, "Okay," because they live right down the street.
Yeah,
So I'd be like,
yeah.
Sure, why not?
No, trust me, dude. Like, that night shift, I never got more shit for that, though, for drinking in my life than when I worked only night shifts. So, when I worked at the gas station,
Yeah.
that was the worst. That was by far the worst. Sorry, my throat's all rough because of the blunts.
Blunts, yeah, me too. I'm like,
Yeah, maybe we should switch over to the bong here. When I worked at the gas station, the fucking, oh man, I would get off and I would not get more shit from drinking in the morning than there, because I would get off and people would be, and like I'd be standing in line with like literally a couple 32 ounces of these right here. That was it, or like a couple Fosters.
Yeah.
We know Fosters. It's cheap
Australian for beer.
Yeah, it's Australian for beer, but it's cheap. It's cheap and it's good. It's okay. It's okay enough to get you buzzed after you work a shitty hour shift.
Oh, dude, trust me. I remember they had a deal at this place near my house where it was 2 for $3.
Oh yeah, exactly. So
that's how I know it's cheap. That's how you know it's cheap.
Oh man,
You get soda for that price, so don't.
No,
judge.
dude, that's a pretty good price, because over here they went down to $2.13, and I was like, why are they so cheap now? They used to be expensive, but keep in mind, that's what I wanted to tell you. And then I went to Walmart and I bought a 30 pack of a little shittier beer, but it's Miller. And for the record, some people swear by this beer. I want it. It's just a fucking budget beer. It's a budget beer.
Hey, I know somebody who
I would never recommend budget beer.
You know what they drink?
Huh?
Keystone.
I don't know people like that. And
that's their go-to.
Yeah, dude. Hey, you know what you surprised me with the other day? Since we're shit talking people, and we're gonna shit talk. I bought this. I bought the shitty one. Hopefully, we don't get in trouble for dissing a beer, but it's a good beer for budget, right?
That's wrong.
It's good for budget.
Yeah.
But you know, another one is so you came over the other day and you brought fucking Coors Light or Coors. I was like, pay me.
When did it? Oh, the 12
The last time you,
the
last time you came over, you came with the 18 pack,
Yeah.
and Will was like, why the 18 pack and why a Coors? And you were like, sometimes they're good, and I was like, another thing is, this motherfucker got me on the Budweiser.
Oh,
That was something I never.
That's something
I've drank with ex-girlfriends when I was underage, Budweisers, and never liked them until Ben was like, listen, it's about the platinum when you start out. That's what he said, dude. That's what he told me. It's about the platinum when you start out, and then you'll eventually get used to the Budweiser and the Bud Light. And you're right.
Whoa, I don't drink Bud Light, though.
I don't think you do. No. But I'm just saying,
unless
if you can drink the platinum, then you kind of
get Clamato or like the tequila.
You like those?
Yeah. You don't like Clamatos?
Dude, with the clam juice?
Yeah. Dude. Okay.
Cut the fucking
podcast. First, we should probably get you one. We need to go somewhere.
You need to educate me.
Where they make real shit and not a fucking can.
I think you're right.
Clamato,
I think you're right. He instantly seen the white trash in my history. He was like, wait, hold on, white boy. Well, you never had a real.
It's not.
I think you're right. I think
you just need to try one.
I think I need to try a good one.
At a good bar.
Where's a good one to try one at? In Sacramento area.
You might be able to find one around here. You just want to make sure it's just a place where they make good drinks. You don't
what defines a good Clamato mix?
If it has
like what about the clam juice, or what about the mixture, or what can you go like?
It depends, because there's some that's regular and there's some that's spicy and there's some that's kind of sweet.
Okay, I knew that the mild thing, but I didn't know there were spicy ones.
It's like a Bloody Mary. You could get a spicy Bloody Mary.
You can get a raw one, or
you can get a regular Bloody Mary.
Ooh, yeah.
I love those spicy Bloody Marys.
Do you? That surprises me.
Put some pepper in there.
That's it.
Put pepper in like a jalapeno, like a peppercini in there.
So hashtag alcoholic moment, but Bloody Marys that are a little bit spicy are actually really good for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good breakfast meals, like mimosas.
Oh yeah.
You like mimosas?
I did. They're too sweet.
Way too sweet. They give me tummy aches. I have diarrhea by the end of the afternoon. Unfortunately, it's like as if Sean Evans from Hot Ones said, "Hey, come do an episode," but I'm not that important. So in reality, I was shitting mimosa juice.
Damn.
Yeah. Let's get real. Yeah, just
mimosa.
Yeah, like you pointed out earlier, Mega Man's fucking cannon, but coming out of my butt.
The fucking charge.
That's all, buddy.
Yeah, dude. It depends on how you like your drinks. Those drinks are they're good. Like the
An acquired taste.
Kind of. It just depends on how you like to.
But you like mixed drinks though, don't you?
Yeah, it's like a mixed beer drink, pretty much.
Yeah, so it's kind of the same principles of mixology kind of thing. Where
Yeah.
it's okay, that makes sense. Okay, with that said, I would have to try exactly what you're talking about because I have actually only had the ones out of the cans, like Ben predicted.
Yeah,
That's
you want to try
Stereotype
something.
is true.
Well, you don't want to. If you're gonna do the ones out of the cans, you want to at least try to
They're gross.
watch a YouTube video and make it authentic and just get
But see,
the spices and the
that's what my
salts
pops
and-
used to do. Is
and
he used
the
to
lime and
he used to
just-
add spices to the can, and
Yeah.
then he would do a
You
few
do it
other
to the
things.
can, too,
My
yeah.
mom, I think my mom would do it, but I don't think she likes.
I do to the cup, not the can. You know,
That's a better way. You don't want the aluminum polluting the
Yeah.
fucking beer. That's a fact.
like 90% recycling.
You don't want the aluminum polluting the beer.
I know, right? I should have brought some cups to drink out of.
I fucking used
Recycled
them.
cups.
I used that
Oh, that would be gross.
that would be hella gross. So back to the Bud story, just so we can get a little bit more about this, because I want to make like a couple laughs about it. What's your best smoking with somebody story? Like I don't mean like this shit was hilarious. I mean like, okay, can I give you one to like put the gravity
Yeah.
of the situation? It'll be quick.
Yeah, it'll give
So-
me time to think.
My brother was dating Contessa at the time, and Contessa's an old friend of Ben's that weirdly I made music with later. I mean literal music, like making awesome fucking music. She's super talented. Yeah, so yeah, no shit. Dude, she was super talented. Her vocals are crazy. This was before that though. This is long before. But then her and my brother had a lot in common, so I introduced them and they hit it off, right? And so my brother and her would always hook up and they would go out to eat and eat all these cool places together. And he was telling me, oh, her whole family's like stoners. I had heard this before, only from Bahimi. So I'd only heard this from Ben.
So
right?
when this fool's drunk, he calls me Bahimi, and
Yeah.
I'm just starting to realize.
Yeah, I know, right? So anyway, I had heard this, but only from you. Like I really only had heard that
You
from
wanted
you
to say
before.
Bahimi and hella
I did. I
bad.
hella did.
Not to.
I hella did. I wanted to. So I went over to there when they lived off that place there.
Yeah.
Remember that, right?
Long time ago.
Long time ago, but it was not as long ago as when they lived, because they didn't live there when they went to middle school, or you guys knew them growing up, right? They didn't live in that area off of May there?
No.
No, they lived by you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I thought. So it was right after that. So not that long ago in reality.
Wow.
So we went over to that place off May there. I get there and our whole family's there. We all sit down and they're all telling like these awesome stories. Me and my brother sit in this awesome stoner circle. What's so awesome about this fucking stoner circle is everybody in it is like hella wise and it's of all ages. There's like everybody there. There's like people my age at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like 18, maybe. I can't remember. I think I may have been 7. No, I was 18. Because I could buy blunt wraps at that time. So I was 18.
Before you had to be 21 out here in California.
It was before that. It was
Yeah.
way before. It was before that. Yeah. So I was 18, probably turning 19. We're all sitting in the circle, and it's people of all ages. There's probably like 18 to like 65
Yeah.
or 72, old to young, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
And it's like 8 people or whatever. We're all sitting in the circle. Her dad's there, her mom's there, her grandmother's there, and a few other older people and a few people my age. Her brother there, and we all know her brother's fucking super chill person. What's his name? Domingo? Domingo, that's his name. Super chill dude. They're all fucking good family. So we're all smoking, and I'm just sitting there in amaze. I'm sitting in this circle like, what are we doing? Like, I didn't know. Like, we all had been smoking for only like 4 years at that time, or 5 years maybe by the time we were 18, give or take. Like 4 or 5 years, right? Give or take. So I'm like looking around and they're smoking, but I'm not processing what the fuck is going on because some of them are talking in Spanish and some of them are talking in English.
Ooh.
But I don't understand how amazing this moment is because I'm getting to catch one side of the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not getting to catch the conversation of the person that's choosing not to speak in English or maybe just feels more comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Speaking in Spanish. And I'm getting a really cool fucking story from it. And I look to my fucking right, and her like grandmother or like a very older lady, I think it was her grandmother, hands me a joint, and she's just like,
oh,
takes this giant fucking rip off this joint, ladies
God
and
damn.
gentlemen. She took it to the dome, and I just remember looking. Yeah, she didn't want to. No, but for real, she took it to the fucking dome. She handed it to me, and she's like, and I'm just like blown away at the
Like,
fact that
whoa.
the cross generation, like the difference in generational gap, the generational
Taking a
gap there,
lid.
and it's like. Dude, we're smoking weed together. We're all just chilling. This is fucking incredible. Like, this is awesome. And I remember getting so high and just sitting there listening to people talk and being like,
This
man,
is cool.
this is fucking hella cool. But I was
Nice.
overly stoned, so I
Yeah.
was just like focused, dude. So that's what I mean, like a cool story. And I learned a lot that night too from a lot of people.
Nice.
Like listening to them talk, and like we were all in such a small space in that area that she lived in off of there. But it was like,
It's like one of those things that
there were so many people there, you didn't notice how small it was.
Yeah.
Like, there were really that, like, it wasn't like 70, 80,
group.
it was like, yeah, it was a small space with like 10 people,
Yeah.
but it was like, it felt like whoever did something nice for you in that moment, which was done every moment,
Yeah.
was only for a couple seconds, and then it moved on to another nice
Dude.
moment. Like, and then the food they cooked, you're Mexican.
Of course.
Yeah, you know the food they... Anyways, that's my example. Have you ever had this if you ever had a moment when you're smoking weed that was just awesome, or it was like, oh, that's fucking cool that I got to experience that, or I'm glad that I was smoking weed at that moment. You know what I mean?
This is a long time ago. I was 16. There, went to a birthday party of somebody in my family, and it was in the downtown Sac, like around, I want to say it was near Oak Park, because I remember being like, whoa, I'm going to a party near Oak Park. And when I was there, like, everybody's, like, my brother's friends was there, my sister's friends were there, I had a couple cousins there, and it was a lot of, I guess, popular people in Sac. And mind you, this is probably, like, 2008.
Is this around the time when...
no, it was probably like 2009.
Is this around the time when Jimmy was, like, really, really popular?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This
Yeah.
makes sense more now.
So this is like I said, this is a long time ago. Like, I was 16,
Yeah.
maybe 17 on the verge, but
Man, imagine if he would have started comedy then. Right when he was just popping as the party dude. He probably would have blown up.
probably.
Yeah, because think how many people just, like, him being your brother saved our lives. Like, literally, like, random situation. You're Jimmy's brother? Like, that
Yeah.
happened all the time, dude.
There
Like,
was a few times where that happened.
all the time. Jimmy was like a pimp, dude. He was nuts, and he wasn't. He was a skater. He was
Yeah.
hella funny.
Dude, yeah, I'll never forget. There's a few times where that happened where.
My
But-
bad, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's good. So, okay, remember going to a room and hanging, like, sitting down on the couch, and then some people just started, like, freestyle rapping in the room, because it was like a house party, but it was in each room, it was own thing was happening, and I'm pretty sure in one of the rooms people were doing coke.
Yeah, hell yeah,
But
it was.
I remember just seeing this one room. It was like a kind of like an old school hip hop, like kind of battle. Like they were just like kind of like bouncing off each other. You know
That's
what I
dope.
mean?
Hell
Like
yeah,
singing
old
to the
school.
beat.
Yeah, that's dope.
I was like, oh, this is tight. And
That's
my
fucking
brother
dope.
was there, and I sat. He was sitting next to me, and a pro skater named John Cardiel walked over and sat next to us.
What?
Yeah, and I didn't even know at first. My brother was like, I looked over and I was like, oh shit, that's John Cardiel. And he's like, or he said that and he told me that. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh shit, that is. And for,
Shit, that's dope.
he's like he,
I don't need to know who that is to know that when Ben says that a pro skater walked up to him to know how fucking monumental
well, he didn't
that
walk
is.
up to me. He sat
No,
next
walked
on the
up
same
and sat
couch.
down and
Yeah.
sat down. I know, I'm not trying to overplay that. I'm sorry, but when you talk about a pro skater, I know it's not just any
At
pro
the time,
skater. Especially because you knew you knew your shit about it back then. You know
at
what
the
I mean?
time, I was all about skateboarding, and I just remember like, oh shit, like that's fucking, holy shit.
You'll just see a clip of Ben skating right here.
Yeah, right. No, but I
I have
remember
access to those. You better watch out, dude.
I remember seeing like a couple other people who were pretty popular skaters at the time. They were like flow skaters. I don't know what became of them because I stopped following skateboarding after a while. That was one of the times when I
That's
was.
so dope. We were all high, and you're like, yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool. What a good story. That's Holy Top's line. My bad. That's a good one.
No, I have one that includes both of us, but when we're high. But what about the time we met the Kai and girl team?
Oh my god, the time the
Twin
Shnerdcast
Towers
met the fucking Lakai team, dude.
Twin Towers Gap is a spot in Sacramento, so don't be like it's not.
Yeah, it's not nothing like fuck. It's nothing racist or anything like that, or like
buildings.
hateful. It's literally it was two big buildings and it had a giant ledge that had a giant grass gap in front of it, and it was fucking an amazing skate spot.
Probably like a 15-foot, 16-foot gap.
Yeah, it was huge because I remember, man, dude, this fool Ben
is like,
dude, even those fools, Eric Costin and them. No,
It's
wait, how
huge,
far
dude.
from the ledge? Are you talking about length from where the cement began to the ledge?
Yeah.
Or how high it was off the ground? Because it
So
was like
length from
four.
the-
It
so-
was like 4'9". It was like 4 foot. Because I was
height
short.
was probably like
It was definitely over 4 feet,
like 5.
like 5'1". Because it was
Probably,
high.
yeah.
Because remember, it was kind of a hard thing to jump up. Yeah, you had to climb up
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you had to climb up this ledge.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah,
So much energy when you're younger.
thinking about that, I know. God damn it, Ben. He's right.
He's right.
No, dude, they were fucking impressed. I remember you instantly, right when they showed up, you walked right up and you grabbed me and you were like, dude, that's fucking Eric Costin, and I think that's the Lakai team or something, or whoever the girl
Mike
team
Mo was
were.
there, and then some. I forget the French
A
guy.
bunch of epic skaters,
Yeah.
like a bunch of epic
And
skaters.
I'll never
And-
forget Brandon Beeble showed up, and you thought he was gonna be like. You told me you saw him, and you're like, I thought he was gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?" But then he was like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, yeah,
yeah, that was
boys.
your boys, dude. I remember that. I thought
That must
fool
have
would've walked-
Josh. Yeah, you must have been blown away by that. You must have been like, "Whoa!"
Well, no, dude, I was like,
It's possible. No, I'm just kidding.
I know because I had a higher pitched voice then. I mean, I still have a soft voice, but back then, like,
I mean, that's Will's mom.
dude, sexy. No, but nonetheless, I don't know. That was an incredible thing for both of us. I'm so glad I got to experience that because for me, that's like one of my best skating stories. But it's not my favorite, but it is one of my best. Where I'm like, dude, fuck yeah. Like, we met professional skaters, they skated with us, and then one of our friends, Kyron, got them all to sign decks for us. And he like, not all of us, but...
No, they signed my deck.
And
but
Kyron's, right?
I was stupid enough to. I think they probably signed, but I skated I don't know if you still.
They signed Kyron's. Because Kyron, I don't know what Kyron did with his. I think he skated his too.
I remember I snapped mine and threw it away.
That was such an awesome day, dude. They literally gave us free decks.
I didn't think about it. I was little.
Yeah, we were like 15, 14. No, we were 14. That had to be 2 years before I moved.
I think we were 15.
I think we had to be 14.
No, it was right before we were 16 because
It had to have been, 'cause that's when we got in the most trouble.
that was right before the
See?
See
What's that?
cherish.
Oh, man. I thought you meant the Cordova Gap.
Josh was like,
The worst times of life. No, I'm just kidding.
literally see cancer.
Yeah, for cancer. No shit. No shit. Good one. No shit.
Should we just cap it off on here and just
Start the next segment?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do that. Stop in. Snert.
it's nerdy.